Hello and welcome to Nagaland News Network. Aji ami khan logode ekta special guest ekta ina ase. Tai he is the owner of the Infinity Inc. aro tai YouTube channel ekta shoutout podcast korna itu laga owner bi ase. Tai du Asalie Peseyie ase. Tai recently poker tournament ekta de tai 11 lakhs 85,000 chuti kina ase. Tai du lakh pati hui na ase. Itu opor de ami khan tai lo de tai laga journey no libi tai itu kinega পকৰটো কিনকা শুরু হৈ কিনা আছে ইটো আমি খান ইটো লাগাব পৰে অলপ কথা কৰিবলৈ আছে আইবি আমি খান তাই লতে কথা কৰি না চাদাম দি তাই লাগা ইন্টারেস্ট নলিবি তাই কিনকা শুরু হৈছে জানি লব ফার্স্ট অফ অল থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ ফর স্পিকিং উইথ নাগাল্যান্ড নিউজ নেটওয়ার্ক ইটো বিফোর উই গো এনি ফার্দার আপনি লা ইটো টুর্নামেন্ট লাগাব পৰে অলপ কথা কৈ দিব
Okay, so this is an online tournament, and it was hosted by a website called Spartan Poker. So they have many tournaments, but the one that I played was one of the bigger ones, and it had around 317 players total registered. And yeah, it was on Sunday I played, and then around 10 hours it took from start to finish, and yeah, with good luck, I guess, I finished first, and that's about it. Yeah.
আপনি কোন নিচিনা এতিয়া অনলাইন আছে কো আছে এনা টাইম ফ্যাক্টর বি ইটো বেশি দেরি হৈছে তো ইটো টাইম ফ্যাক্টর লাবডে বি কিনকা ম্যানেজ করে এনা ডাজ ইট এফেক্ট ইওর হেলথ এজ ওয়েল
Of course, time factor is a big issue, and that's why also I just want to make it clear that I don't play all the time. For people there are people who take this as like a professional career. So those people, I can't speak for them, and I don't know how much it affects their health. But for someone like me who plays recreationally, time to time, and as a hobby, I don't think it affects my health that much. But definitely on some tournaments like this, when it's like I said, 10 hours plus that I played. Itu time to develop to duk pai. But yeah, but besides that, it's not like I'm playing like this every day. No?
আপনি বি ইটো চুটিয়া বেশি লাইক আপনি লা ফিলিং কিংকা দেখছে 11 lakhs 85,000 it's a very huge amount আপনি বি কিংকা লাগছে
Well, definitely I was. The tournament actually finished at 4 in the morning. So my wife and son were sleeping, so I couldn't even celebrate. I couldn't even shout like that. But I think, of course, the amount is very big, and like I was happy for that. But more than that was, I think, the accomplishment, because these tournaments comprise of like the best players in India, the players who play professionally and win outside, in the US and also. So I think that part was like more of the exciting thing for me, and what I was more proud of than the money. Yeah.
manon bishi koi ki poker bi like it's a part of gambling to apni bi kinga sai to like is poker really a gambling
No, I mean, there's two things. My personal opinion, poker is not gambling. It is, in fact, I think the only card game which is considered a game of skill. Uh, it is widely acknowledged as a sport. There's poker tournaments, poker leagues all around the world, and it is actually considered a sport. And likewise, if you look into, the legal aspect of it also, like, I'll just quickly speak on a few things that people might not know about. No? So, online, like the place I played, Spartan Poker, there are many websites like that in India. And these websites have to obtain a license to play, to run the website, poker websites, right? So, Nagaland State, in fact, in 2016, they passed an act called the Nagaland Online Skill Games Act, and which permits, licenses to companies to run a poker website. So by that definition, poker is considered a game of skill and not gambling. That is the accepted, definition of poker nowadays, I guess. So yes, definitely luck is involved. But if you look at any other sport also, whether it's football, basketball, it's skill-based, but there's always an element of luck, right? It's just that poker being cards, people always automatically look at it as, gambling. So yeah, that's my take on it.
would you say that a luck factor exists in this game more than the skills as well
No, 100% skills is more, in fact, people, it varies, because this is just opinion based. Some people say it's like 70-30, like 70% skill, 30% luck. Some people say it's even 80-20, like that. So, but 100% it's more skill than luck. Luck is part of the game, which is undeniable, but it is a skill-based game, yes.
what is the most significant advantage as well as disadvantages of playing poker
See, I can't really speak on that, because if I'm taking it up as a career, then that's a different thing. But for me, I play it occasionally. like it's a hobby I enjoy. I've been playing it recreationally for like over a decade. So it's something that I enjoy and I play in my past, like, when I have free time. And so I can't speak too much about advantages and disadvantages. But clearly, like besides other games, card games or things like that, like poker is 100% a game of skill, and not just gambling, like what many people think it is. Yeah. So.
Many people are of the point that playing poker is very addictive. So, what is your take on that as well?
Um, I think that varies from person to person. So it all depends on how you approach it or take it. Like any other thing, video games or even other sports also. It can be addictive if people are, in that sense. So it's how you it's how you maintain, like, like if you're doing it as a profession, then that's a different case. But if you're doing it as a hobby, it depends on, like, how you um, take care of the situation. Yeah, so all I'll say is that it depends from person to person. It can become very addictive, like, but that can happen with many other things as well. So I'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
Amiani personally do like you, like Nagaland'S ekta inga kili na man huge amount judisi, like it's very rare. Ek personally do scenery do. Like personally do, Amian Nagaland de, like most of us are into government jobs. Government jobs is pisar thake. Ule mon ekta point de sali do mon ki khushi pai. Idu gule do tadi bi earning pisi ase. So what is your opinion on that as well?
Yeah, I have a very strong opinion on that actually, but this is not related to poker because I'm not taking it as a career, but on that the point of the government job. So like my career consists of all like basically I'm an entrepreneur like you mentioned in the beginning with Infinity and all this. So I believe that there's nothing wrong with government jobs. It's a very honorable job also, but there's much more avenues and that people should start exploring. And it's not just the people also. I think that, like, the society should start accepting that there's other things and not just government jobs. Yeah.
One last question from my side. Amiani personally do Nagaland'S pisi poker khila manu bi ase. So is there, would you like to give an advice to them as well?
Um, my strong advice would be to someone, like for someone who's not playing and wants to take up playing, would be to not get into it. That is like my genuine advice. But like it's a personal choice. So if you are taking it up, I think my main advice would be, like, to take it slow and to take time to learn, because like um, there's this saying that says, like poker takes a day to learn, but a lifetime to master. So, like speaking from experience also, it takes a lot of years to learn the game, go through ups and downs and experience losses and everything to become good at it. So it's not an easy journey like any other sport that you want to get into also. So my advice to new people thinking about getting into it would be, don't get into it. But if you are, then take it slow and small in the beginning.
Thank you so much. That was in conversation with the owner of the Infinity Inc., Mr. Asalie Peseyie. Tai akuan nishna, tai poker kiligina 11 legs, 85,000 jutigina se. Aro ito amikan naga concept ito, like it's a very rare and then new concept. And a very big congratulations to you as well. Keep tuning Nagaland News Number for more news update. This is Kumidunungdi with video journalist. I am Bachamir.